Hey guys, what's up everyone? Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna stream early today. It's 8:36 a.m. It's a Tuesday, June 15th, because I only got about another 15 minutes, and then I got to start packing and roll on out of here. Today, I'm gonna get my vaccine. That's right. So starting today, Bill Gates will be able to track me wherever I go. I'll let you guys know how it goes. Apparently, tomorrow is supposed to be the bad day, so we'll see. In terms of day trading here, it's been a pretty slow pre-market. I was kind of hoping there would be a lot of action around 7 to 7:45, get my trades in, and then go. Today seems like it's going to be probably a better day after the market opens, based on what we're seeing already. It's been a little bit slow. We don't really have a lead gapper that's making me super excited. CLSD did a bit of a trade on this one. We could talk about that in a second. Let me actually take 15 seconds here to, all right, maybe 30 seconds. It looks like my microphone adjusted itself again. I don't know what's going on. I've been having a lot of mic issues lately. All right, well, okay, I just adjusted that. It might be a little bit quieter. Anyway, CLSD, this is probably one of our lead gappers on the day. If you go here to the monitor tab, it's the one I'm up on the most. It's actually the only one I'm green on. I'm up 270 on it on one trade. It was a quick trade. I was first going to trade it here near the support, and then something about this one just didn't feel right. This was a pretty big sell-off from the highs, 20%. Last time with EB, what was it? EB something, our ticker from yesterday. Why can't I think of it right now? ENOB. With ENOB, we had a similar kind of pre-market sell-off, but it wasn't that strong. It was a kind of more of a, blow off top that quickly recovered. It was 15%, and you could feel the buyers on it. While CLSD, you could feel the sellers on it. Right in this area, it sold off 20%, and you could just feel the pressure. There wasn't a lot of buyers, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this one a little bit. Maybe I'll buy near the 9 EMA. That's what I started doing, and I wanted to hold past maybe a break here to pass this former high of this candle, and then towards VWAP and the resistance. But the sellers, they just felt strong, so I ended up closing it, and then I could have maybe bought on a second dip here near 419, 420, but I don't know. I was out of this one. Now it's kind of just dwindling along. I don't know if I'm going to trade CLSD anymore. I probably won't trade anything just because I'm tight on time right now. But CLSD, probably our lead gapper. I mean, percentage-wise, it is, but I always like to think, is it the most obvious at this point? I don't know. Probably not. USA software company. Here, this is important. It has, wait, hold on. I was just talking about the wrong company, CLSD. USA Biotech. Sorry, this is a biotech. 180 market cap. 57 million shares outstanding, but only 50 float. I'm looking on Finviz for that information. Looks like they had a catalyst here. Results from eye disease drug study. Positive results. Age-related degeneration. So we'll see how good it holds. It does seem like there's a lot of sellers here. I'm not really sure how aggressive it's going to pop. I mean, it's only got a 1.6 short float, so it's not really strong. I had a hard time trading TRCH. I mean, technically I only traded it, was it twice or once? Here we're, in a ranging pattern, but I bought the pullback looking for a little bit of continuation. Could have walked away green on this trade actually, but I just kind of got shaken out. USA oil and gas, 500 million market caps, a little bit on the high side, 145 shares outstanding, million, and 126 million float. They have special dividend of new shares, a Series A preferred. Yeah, I don't know. Dividend catalyst doesn't really get me too excited. I could see this one having a double top maybe running to 5.5, big resistance. It's in a positive multi-day uptrend, multi-week even. You can't really discount that because you don't know how far it's going to go till it stops. And right now it's still on the front side of this daily chart, but you know, very low volume, so it's hard to kind of get behind this one at the moment. I feel like UFAB, just constant sell-offs on this one. Looks like it found somewhat of a bottom around 4. USA Auto Parts Company. This one has a nice 9 million float. That's pretty good. 32 million market cap. Catalyst here. Shares are trading higher after the company announced the extension of its forbearance agreement with its lenders, basically pushing back its debt. I don't know. I'm not really super stoked on anything we're seeing here. There's a good chance that we might just get a little bit more action later in the day on something totally different. Or maybe ALF is going to hold up here. ALF is another ticker we're looking at. Another pre-market gapper. Kind of came up just recently. So there's a bit of a new one here. This is the USA software infrastructure company that I was looking at before, and I said on CLSD. It's only gapping 20%. Not super nice, but it might hold up and then start doing a little bit more. It has a 4 million float, which is nice. 12 million shares outstanding, it says, but a 4 million float. They have a catalyst. That's good. ALF initiates Miami-based fulfillment distribution center of 10,000 digital tablets for Uber and Lyft drivers. It's an AI enterprise SaaS platform company, inked agreement with all knitter fulfillment, staging a shipment. This is probably the best catalyst because it's got a catalyst with larger companies. This small cap, 42 million market cap, has a catalyst, has a partnership, has a deal with big companies. That's always one of my favorite catalysts. It's really stalling here around 4 or 5. Question is, can we, have a quick move to 5 and then maybe blow off from there? 5.5, break the highs, go to 6, and go from there. A lot of flushing every time we get towards the highs, making me a little bit nervous with ALF. I did one small trade here as we broke to a new front side. I bought the pullback, didn't continue, and that's why I took a small loss here on this one, quickly cutting my losses. I don't know. At the moment, nothing's great, but I feel like any second something could pop up on our scanners. Literally, like this is one of those days where there's a few things brewing, nothing is perfect, and then either 15-20 minutes before the market opens or at the market open you start getting some really nice runs. So unfortunately I'm not going to be able to trade anything with you guys today, but that's what I would be looking for if I was still trading. In terms of news, there's really one thing that's across the board. It's the EU agreement with the kind of tariff war between the EU and the US with aircrafts that has basically been lifted for the next 5 years. That's almost on every major news outlet that's being talked about, so that should be overall good for the markets. Here it is. US and EU agreed to suspend Airbus Boeing trade fight. Apparently this has been going on for well over a decade. Lumber prices are falling fast, turning hoarders into sellers. That sounds like a good thing. Here again, EU sets to lift travel curbs. This looks good. Hopefully, travel between the US and EU are going to become easier. That's been a big reason I've been much more in Europe lately. Apparently, Texas right now is having issues with its power grid. again, so nothing new there. But you know, with this heat front coming up, that's going to be tested. Wow. Amazon was taking unprecedented actions and boosting its U.S. capital spending by 75% to $34 billion from a year earlier. Wow, that's a huge boost, which was more than twice that of any other company. That's really, yeah, double down on domestic growth. Diamond hands. Yeah, there we go. KPIs. The idea that inflation, this is funny, we were just talking about Paul Tudor Jones yesterday. The idea that inflation is transitory, to me, that one just doesn't work the way I see the world. You know what? This is they're rehashing, they're talking about the interview that happened yesterday. That's why we were talking about it. And this looks like a really good Q&A session. I'll open that one for a later read. The average car in the US is now 12.1 years old, according to new IHS market data. JP Morgan is sitting on $500 billion in cash in case inflation results in higher interest rates. Wow. That's a lot to be sitting on cash. That'd be even hard to like diversify quick enough. Apparently, Girl Scout cookies aren't being sold as much this year. Interesting article here on Lordstown if you guys are long, RIDE. We still have CLNE ripping place number 1 on Wall Street bets in the last 24 hours. This has been a nice little front side run today, kind of consolidating. This video was actually getting a lot of discussion here. CRSR, if you guys haven't watched it or are long this ticker, it might be a good watch for you. CRSR, the meme stock taking over right now. It's really stuck in this consolidation zone. We actually did a small trade on CRSR yesterday after the stream. It was a tiny trade. Could have been such a blow-away trade if I just held. We had a really good entry overall. Well, actually, the entry wasn't like really good. It was at just about the perfect low. Then we pulled lower. I was about to average down, but I just didn't have it in me this time. Even though I usually do average down quite a bit. Then we had a really strong run here. I basically sold as I was breaking back to even. Just took my profits. I had a pretty okay day yesterday, and I didn't really want to ruin it. So somehow I was just like, oh, I'm done with this. But I was pretty bullish overall that this would have a strong bounce. So unfortunately, I didn't see it through. I don't know. Overall today, it's going to be a weird one. I feel like at one point we're going to start seeing something, but at the moment, it's all just a little bit dry out there. Bitcoin in the top 10, fighting with Tencent and right below Facebook. Cryptocurrencies have recovered tremendously. Bitcoin leading the pack up 20% in the last 7 days. Really leading the pack. I mean, wow. Good for them. All right, I got to start wrapping up here. Maybe Preuss, there's gonna be a squeeze, or who knows. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll have to talk about Bitcoin a little bit more often these next coming days. I think it's gonna get kind of interesting here. It's definitely near some big resistance, so something's got to give. There's definitely gonna be a breakout at one point very soon. AKTS. All right, let me get like another 2 minutes here. Then I got a vamos a la playa. I wish. AKTS, big resistance here, but it is kind of breaking at volume a little bit light, but it's only pre-market, so maybe we're going to get a little bit more follow through. I don't really know much about this company. Well, looks like they're kind of lacking a catalyst, but they've been on a good little front side here, just near huge resistance. So, I mean, I feel like if I was swing trading this one, this is more of a ticker I would almost start considering to take profits on, depending where I bought it, obviously. Maybe we're going to get a run here to this former shoulder, but there's big resistance for sure at 12, and there's going to be another interesting resistance here at like 12, 7, 13. So I would be a little bit worried about that. These are definitely 3 zones that are all pretty important. Darren says everything looks dodgy right now. I totally agree. Everything does look just a hint of dodgy for sure. All right, guys, unfortunately, I got to go ahead and wrap it up. Remember, just, be patient. Let the trade come to you. If there's no trade, it doesn't matter. If you don't trade today, it's totally fine. There's definitely a handful of days every year where I just don't trade, even though I'm staring at the market for 3 hours. Sometimes I do, take 1 or 2 trades, but at the end of the day, it'll be like, that was kind of worthless. I probably FOMO'd into those more than anything because, nothing really was perfect. Pre-market, obviously around 7 to 7:30, you don't really know what's happening, so you're taking kind of stabs in the dark. But after that, you get a little bit more of a vibe, what's going on, a little bit more price action. You could kind of, shift around. Anyway, guys, I will see you then first thing tomorrow morning. Like always, stay safe, make some awesome trades. Let me know in the Discord, in the hall. Where is it? We got the 2 wall of glory and wall of shame. What happens today? And all right, guys, I'll see you next time. Like always, stay safe, make some awesome trades, and don't forget to drop a like on the way out. Easiest way to support the channel. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao, ciao. I am going to get my vaccine. Ciao, ciao.